Coach Speak underway, another edition. Great to be with you, as always. That's Ira, that's Corey. Ben will be along in just a moment as he's procured the clips. I'm Jeff. Thanks for joining us. And if you don't mind, if you like the show, share it with some people. Like this thing. Let more people know about Coach Speak. It's fun for us to do. We want to keep doing it. You can help us do that. There you go. Simple as that. Ben, James Franklin's got to lead the way, but, man, we're losing people. They're getting picked off, and left and right. Coach Speak legends on the way out the door.
Yeah, sad times, very sad times. We also lost Trent Dilfer this week. UAB let him go. The news came out maybe Billy Napier going down as well. So they're just dropping like flies, guys. So we got to get in while we can.
Hey, let's just appreciate the love we had.
Exactly.
And not be sad.
Right. Yeah. Be happy that we got to experience it at all.
Yeah.
So we're going to get James Franklin in here. So I'll preview this a little bit. There's two clips. One is from the weekly press conference before they played Northwestern. So each week, James previews the opponent, and he forgot to do that ahead of Northwestern. So this is about that. And then the second clip is in the post game following the loss to Northwestern.
Okay.
In the front, Mike.
James, thanks for your time today. I don't ever remember you not coming out and giving a scouting report of the opponent, and you didn't do that today. Why was that?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Obviously focused on the last game as much as we possibly could.
Yikes.
I'm glad you asked. So I appreciate that, Mike. Obviously getting into our next opponent, which I would love to do, so I definitely should have done that. First of all, you got to give Northwestern and Coach Braun a ton of credit. We shouldn't lose that game. It's 100% on me, and we got to get it fixed. And I will get it fixed.
No, you won't.
Open up the questions.
They didn't let you.
James, I think you were getting to the point that your team made a lot of mistakes it usually doesn't make. There's a lot of noise out there about you specifically. Are you worried that the team is distracted by all the publicity around you?
Yeah, we have worked really hard to keep the building as positive and close out all that noise as we possibly can. But for me to say that it doesn't impact them would not be honest.
Rich then Audrey.
Kind of blaming noise for that loss.
Why do you think that the run defense has been so porous these last 2 weeks?
Yeah. Again, probably the answer that you don't want, that I need to watch the tape. But at the end of the day, the stats and the results are what they are. And it's my responsibility to get it fixed.
Not anymore.
Not a lot of energy here.
No.
Get to work tomorrow and probably even tonight. Again, it's totally on me. And we'll do everything we can to get it fixed.
Man.
So I didn't watch that. So I didn't know that that's how he was. And it's like, man, dude, I'm not saying that's fireable in itself, but it seems like a dude that didn't really care at that point, and that's not good.
There was a point, I don't know if it was during that press conference or if it was right after the game with the guys that are on the field that interview coaches when they're coming off the field. But at some point he got asked a very specific question about being the coach at Penn State moving forward and whether that's something that, he wants to do. And he didn't say yes.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. Yeah. I think they may have made the choice. He may have made that choice easy for him. When you get asked whether or not you want to be the coach at the school you're at and you don't say yes as the first thing out of your mouth, we're probably done here.
It's got to be crushing, too, because he only got $49 million to not deal with all that noise and pressure that comes with big-time college football. What a tough day in the Franklin family.
And just for people that don't spend a lot of time watching James Franklin press conferences, which I understand, he literally does start every single press conference. So I had seen the one last week where he didn't do that. And he starts every single one with a pretty long scouting report of the other team. So-and-so does this, so-and-so leads them in rushing, so-and-so. And it was weird that, the UCLA loss obviously was what everybody wanted to talk about, but it was strange. And again, it may speak to.
I'm glad that reporter, who sounded like a grizzled vet, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
Called him on it immediately. Not called on him. It wasn't gotcha, but he picked up on it. It was like, well, that's odd. The guy that spends 5 minutes talking about the upcoming opponent decided not to talk about him at all. And then 6 days later, they lost to that opponent. It's not a great look.
It's the kind of thing that leads to conspiracy theories, guys. I mean, there you go.
Franklin wanted his way out. He knows the Florida State job's coming open. He wanted to be free. I got you, James. I'm with you, buddy.
Or the Florida job, or many other jobs are on their way to being open as well. Ben, who's figure number 2?
All right, we've got our guy Bill O'Brien. One of those situations where I feel like we got to enjoy him while we can, guys.
Yeah.
Coming off another whooping, this time at the hands of Clemson. So Ira submitted part of this. I included an additional part because we've got some of our supporting cast involved, and I feel like we had to include them. We can't miss out on our guys.
You brought Trevor to the party?
I did.
Fast talking.
We had to have him.
Come on, Trevor.
What's going on? Have you guys talked about time of possession after these last 2 games in the Sunday meetings? And
so funny looking.
Oh,
yeah.
No, we have to possess the ball better. That's what happens when you go 3 and out, or you try to mix tempo in there, and you can't convert on 3rd down. But yeah, we talk about everything. But time of possession, that's kind of an overrated stat. Yeah. Okay. I mean, in the end, you gotta stop them on defense, and you gotta convert 3rd downs. You know what I mean? I don't look at time of possession. I look at turnovers, catastrophic turnovers, missed tackles, things like that.
Coach, any thought to switching quarterbacks this week? Or
there it is.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going the way we're going and keep fighting. And we know what's going on here in this program, and that's what we're gonna do. Keep going.
It ain't good.
I guess just following up to that last point.
Yeah.
Inspiration's thrown.
Follow up as much as you want, Graham. I'm here all day for you. Go ahead. What do you got?
There you go.
Inspiration's thrown out a lot in just sports in general, the word. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering kind of where inspiration keeps coming from during a season like this.
Are you kidding me? We show up every single day. I'm inspired by the players. Every day, they're ready to meet at 8 a.m. They're in the building at 5:30, 6 a.m. If they're injured, they're getting treatment. If they're not, they're in a meeting, or they're getting breakfast. And then they're ready to go in a team meeting. Are you kidding me? I'm inspired by them. I'm inspired by the people in the program that work extremely hard to develop a program, which takes a while. It takes a while to develop a program.
Clearly.
It takes a long time.
I'm not saying the team's not inspired.
Oh, they're inspired.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, they're inspired. I watched the game last week against Clemson. Clemson won the game. They did a great job. But I think if you called Coach Sweeney and you asked Coach Danny Pearman there, or you asked Coach Rumpf, they would tell you Boston College played hard for 60 minutes with great effort, relentless attitude. Right? The score wasn't what it was. We get it. We understand we're not where we want to be.
Well, the score
right?
was
But I'm telling you right now, I'm inspired by the guys I coach. I love coaching this team.
I think it was 34-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that Coach Sweeney is vouching for, oh man, they brought it.
Oh, Dabo wants Bill O'Brien to be there forever. He's going to be like, yeah, man, they play inspired all the time. They inspire me as Dabo Sweeney to coach harder.
The score wasn't what it was. Oh, but alas,
it was.
It was what it was, sir. And that score at half was 34-0.
I don't think that's right. I think Boston College had some points on the board.
All right, I'll go back and look.
I thought it was like 34-10. Ira,
maybe.
I don't like you besmirching Bill O'Brien's offense. In the team as a whole,
they gave up 34 in the first half, Corey.
Yeah,
I don't know how inspiring that was.
It's crazy. Like the whole thing is crazy. It's crazy that my man still records the interviews on his phone, like it's 2007. It's just odd. Like aren't these all recorded? Like aren't they all on video that you can go back and watch?
That one, who knows?
Maybe not. We're watching it. I feel like he could, but they probably don't post it for a couple of days. They're all standing up. And then you could tell he was waiting for Graham to piss him off.
100%. That's what I was going to say.
I got all day for you, Graham. What you got, Graham?
But Graham didn't do anything there. There was nothing.
There's got to be some history of Graham. I think
he was taking a little bit of a shot, maybe with the inspiration.
Maybe after the Clemson game, maybe Graham wrote like, "Hey, what are we doing here? What the hell is happening here?"
Yeah,
man, I don't know. Are we to the point with the Boston media? Let's say, if I could, that you think he's taking shots asking about inspiration.
I got all day, Graham. Bring it.
Bill, you lose every week by 1,000. I'm curious what gets you up in the morning, buddy. Come on, man.
I also thought he was asking about the team. I thought he was asking like what would inspire the team. Nobody gives a crap if Bill O'Brien's inspired. It doesn't matter.
Well, I think his answer was that they don't need to be inspired. They're inspired. Look how hard they work. They inspire me.
They're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
They're up there at 6 a.m. eating breakfast, gang. Maybe let them sleep in, Bill. Have you thought about that? Let your team sleep in a little.
He gave the litany of things they could be doing. They could be getting treatment. They could be working out. They could be eating. They could be studying film. What I would have loved if they're like, some of them are sleeping in their dorms.
Yeah, they love it. And that inspires me. These guys will do anything for sleep.
They're getting their rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got all practice later today.
They're all breathing. All of them. Every single one of them.
Yep.
I'm inspired by their presence. All right, Ben, what do we got?
Hey, speaking of Boston, I did want to bring this up. I don't have any videos or anything of it, but Joe Mazzulla, Coach Speak legend, coach of the Boston Celtics. I don't know if you guys saw this on social media, but I guess the Celtics reporters will play each other in like a pickup game.
No, they play the Celtics coaching staff.
No, usually the reporters play each other. Oh, this year Joe Mazzulla's like, hey, why don't you play the coaches?
Oh boy,
it can go great.
57-4.
Catch some bows. There's going to be.
So I'm wondering if Bill O'Brien's going to line Trevor up in an Oklahoma drill anytime soon.
Or Graham's got something coming for him.
He's like, hey, Graham, you got me in the post, bitch. Here we go.
All right, let's go to Shane Beamer. He's taking post-game questions following a loss to LSU. We haven't heard from Shane in a little while, I don't think.
Maybe next.
Rodney coming out for Bill Eyes. I'm sorry I came in late.
No, I wasn't. It was just part of the, part of the rotation. We had a fumble on the first play of the game, which is mind-boggling to me, and everybody heard the cadence, but Rodney apparently. And we had planned on coming into the game, mixing those guys up and rotating some guys through. I mean, Nick Sharp got in there, and that was because he was going to anyway, and then Shed got hurt, and we had planned on playing Rodney and Bo both up front.
Yeah, a lot more penalties again, especially pre-snap on the offensive side. Where's your frustration level?
High
frustration level.
I wish I had a better answer for you, John. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. High.
Off the charts.
We coach it. We disciplined it better. We practiced with crowd noise all week. We talked about LSU is going to be making move calls. I mean, everything that we talked about in practice, we emphasized it all week, but clearly not good enough. So the frustration level is high.
High.
Do you like that he's unwavering in his commitment to rolling players?
Everybody.
Out the gate every week. It's just the first thing he can do is he can blame a player within seconds.
It's one of the tenets of his program.
Yeah.
And I feel like he really stays true to it.
Oh, that's why I said unwavering. He is going to get some shots in at his players.
Well, not even Rodney for, I guess he fumbled or he's the reason they fumbled. I couldn't quite understand what happened with Rodney there. But then the whole offensive line with all the jumps and all the false starts, that's obviously on the players because they practice it throughout the week.
But
so
he
what are you going to do?
He's like, yeah, after the game, when we got in the locker room, I asked the other 10 guys in the field, did you hear the cadence? Yes. Did you hear the cadence?
Yeah.
They all heard the cadence. Everybody except Rodney.
Rodney out here doing his own thing as usual, so he didn't play anymore after that.
He couldn't wait to get into that locker room to ask every one of those young men whether or not they heard the cadence.
Tony's over here in the corner like, yeah.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Here we go. I hope he doesn't bring it up at the press conference. Yeah. Good God, man. Man, who do we got?
All right, I feel like we're halfway through, so it's time for a little palate cleanse. Dave Aranda.
Oh, man.
Nothing more needs to be said. This is just Dave's weekly appearance from his weekly press conference.
Dave.
Hawkins has now hit a couple of game-changing kicks. How have you seen him grow as a player, maybe in confidence, and just as a player? Has your confidence kind of grown in him throughout the year?
I like the polo.
Yeah, his confidence has been strong, and it's been that way really since the start of camp. I think prior to that, there's good days and bad days, but there's times where, I talk to Mark Scott and I go, and Mark's, I don't know about this distance. And then he gets next to Connor. He goes, hell yeah, we got this distance. Mm-hmm. And Connor just has those vibes that come off of him when he's in a position to make a big time kick. And so that's contagious, as we know. And we have a lot of confidence in him moving forward. And it's a big weapon for us. We go for it so much on fourth downs that sometimes all of that kind of gets swept under the rug. But when you need it, you really need it. I'm glad he's with us.
Coach, a lot has been made about starting fast. You yourself have talked about complementary football on both sides of the ball. 11 a.m. kick. How are y'all making sure your guys are ready to go, or does that come from within?
We talk about that a lot. Talked about it again today.
It'd be cool to be woken up by him.
Starting practice with some type of
competition
or good versus good.
We're just trying to get up.
You know, I think it's a mindset that you got to carry.
Wipe your eyes.
The start fast thing really is that, hey, it's like when you run out to a game and there's smoke.
Yeah.
And you have to run through the smoke. You don't know what's on the other side of the smoke. Starting fast and running through the smoke.
Could be race cars.
If it's all clear, you get to know kind of where to go. You're not going to run into somebody. You're not going to be the dude that causes a whole trample situation, right?
What?
But you got to run through the smoke. You don't know what's on the other side. That's starting fast. And so really feeling confident in what the schemes are and what their job responsibilities are, no matter what comes or whatever game plan thing comes our way, we're able to kind of play through it. So that's been the emphasis.
Smoke.
We're going to continue to try to get that done.
How brave are those Miami Hurricanes running through that smoke? They have no idea what's on the other side of that smoke.
Was he literally talking about like the fireworks that start when they run out on the field and there's smoke there? Think he's talking about that, or was it a metaphor about life?
Oh, well,
I think he's talking about running through the smoke.
I thought he was talking about running through the smoke, but
okay, I didn't know if it was a metaphor for life. Like sometimes you just see smoke and you run through it.
Most things are with him.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought. That's what I was hoping for. It's Dave Aranda.
But no, there's the literal, which they come out every game, run through the smoke, but it means so much more than running through the smoke.
Right. It's like when you're tossing a midget. When you're tossing a midget, sometimes it's more than just tossing a midget.
Yeah. And if you toss a midget through the smoke, he's got no idea what's on
no idea where he's going.
That poor midget's landing on the football field with that's why he had to apologize to the midget.
They could be playing Oklahoma and the schooner's coming right at him.
Yeah. He's going to toss the midget in there. By the way, that's a reference to an old David. We're not weirdos if you're just watching this. That's a reference to a press conference he had, I would guess, 8 weeks ago, quoting
Go look it up.
The Wall Street, whatever that Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
And Dave Aranda.
Repeatedly said it over and over and over again, and you could sense people were cringing in the room, and he couldn't.
As if it was 1989. Like he had no awareness of what century we're even in. I mean, not even what decade. He just went after it.
I've been accused of being, crass and occasionally insensitive with language, but it would have hit me.
Yeah, at some point, like these people, that word didn't feel right coming out of my mouth.
I don't hear it anymore, and I'm repeatedly saying it, and these people have a look of being aghast. I think I should probably go back and say I'm sorry about that.
On the first clip, though, have you ever heard of a team getting their juice, their big kick energy from the kicker? Like, have you ever heard?
And he also said it's contagious. I don't know how it's contagious.
If you stand near Connor and you just feel the vibes when it spreads through the whole team.
Hell yeah, we got this distance.
Yeah. It's Connor. Connor's not letting us down.
It's weird. You think the middle linebacker's like, hell yes. Let's go.
I made that for 54.
I'm going to take on this lead fullback with more gusto because of Connor. How can I not?
Don't think that's the recipe for success.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
We just love you, Dave. We love you, though. It's always good to see you. Keep winning games so you can stick around.
Yep.
Ben?
All right, we got Dave being Dave. It's time for Lane Kiffin being Lane Kiffin. A little playful jab at Kirby Smart ahead of their matchup.
This is
it's got to be the
question.
timeout.
You and Kirby, probably some of the more demonstrative coaches on the field. Who do you think burns more calories in a game, you or him?
I don't know. That's a good question. I walked by the TV and saw his press conference today, so it don't look like he's burned too many calories.
Yikes.
I saw that and heard it, and I was like, is that AI? But no, I think it's just Lane.
That's just Lane.
Taking a shot at him.
When did Lane, it's probably when he got in shape and got himself cleaned up. When did he start doing the white V-neck t-shirt there, tanning himself up? Is that
taking shots at Kirby Smart? Kirby's going to beat him by 50. He's like, I'm a fat boy, huh? I'm a fat boy. Enjoy that L.
That was good, man. I walked by the TV today.
Not a lot of calories. He ain't wrong either.
I mean, they've got to be boys, right? There's no way you could say that unless you're boys.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Number one, I don't know how many boys either one of those guys have.
Correct.
They're kind of wired differently. And I know they coached at Alabama for a couple years against each other. So I bet there was some animosity there that probably bleeds. They don't strike me as guys that are like going to grab a Miller Lite anytime soon with anyone. Weirdly,
that's a crazy thing to say about a guy that coaches Georgia, unless he thinks Georgia sucks. But
which we know maybe they're both the same team.
Well, he's just making fun of how fat he is. He's not making fun of the team.
Yeah.
He's not saying the team isn't any good. He's just saying Kirby's put on a few.
Because we see college football coaches all the time making fun of other college football coaches.
It's Lane's one of one, Ira.
Yeah.
You can't use any rational or reasonable.
Lane's not afraid, though. I'll tell you
No.
that. He is not afraid. All right, Ben.
That's awesome.
You know how at the Orange Bowl they do the joint press conferences? I'd love to see Dave and Lane do one together. That would be,
my Lord.
that would be
Now, I do think Lane would make fun of Dave.
Well,
Yeah.
100%. He'd start talking like him and just saying outlandish stuff.
And there's so many things you could say. I mean, I love you, Dave, but man, never change though.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the NFL. This is Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. I believe we've had him on the show a time or two. He was asked about Joe Flacco moving within the division from Cleveland to Cincinnati. He was not a fan of this. Spoiler alert.
No, to be honest, it was shocking to me. Andrew Berry must be a lot smarter than me or us, because it doesn't make sense to me to trade a quarterback that you think enough of to make your opening day starter to a division opponent that's hurting in that area.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal feelings.
Quarterback coming in within 8 days of showing up has to start 2 games for a new team. If you speak to how hard that is, or maybe it's veteran guy.
Doesn't appear to be hard for Joe Flacco.
All right, next up.
Great. Well, you guys were annoying me today.
What did he say?
I thought he said, you guys are annoying me today, so I'm getting out of here.
Great. Well, you guys were annoying me today.
Oh, yeah. Man.
That's pretty
So
good.
he's mad. He's more mad at Cleveland.
Yes.
He's not mad at Joe. He's just pissed off that Cleveland would do something dumb like that within the division to help out an opponent who's dead and buried without their starting quarterback.
Yeah. It makes no sense. What'd they get for him? A first-round pick?
No.
They get 2 firsts for Joe Flacco? I know. It was a joke.
No.
What, did they get anything for him? A
Not
7th-round
much,
pick?
Not much.
Conditional 7th? And you just trade him to the Bengals, who were in desperate need of anything. That's
The Bengals
crazy.
are dead and buried either way, but still, man.
But it makes them harder for the Steelers than if they had to play Jacob Browning or whoever the Bengals were running out there.
Yeah, Jake Browning, that's correct. But he, good job, Corey. But but man, I got to tell you, that's weird. There's a weird energy there.
To name the executives, they must be smarter than me because that's ridiculous.
He's been doing it so long, right? Tomlin's been there for 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He is so secure in his job that he'll just say whatever's on his mind. Like he won't be politically correct at all. If somebody does something dumb that hurts his team or doesn't make any sense, he might as well have said, well, that's the Browns being the Browns. That's why they've sucked since I was a little boy, because they always do dumb stuff like this. Like he might as well have said it. He doesn't care, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, he is secure. That is for sure. I do like that he'll call out nonsense. And by the way, he was the head coach beginning in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
18 years.
He's done some things. Ben.
Let's go to Greg Schiano now, Rutgers legend. He's talking about the state of the Rutgers NIL program, and it ain't good.
But what about this? We've tried that. Where have we tried that?
Well, there's been certainly Knights of the Raritan. There's been other programs.
Halt.
Well,
No, we haven't tried it. Let's be real now. We have not tried it. I'm not going to get into what we do have and what we have not tried. All due respect to everybody who put forth their effort.
There you go.
We have not tried it. Not at a Division I level. Forget Big Ten level. We have not done it at the Division I. Let's be clear on that. The only people who have done it is the guy you're standing there looking at, and that you can't do it that way at this level. Now we have a plan. So leave it at that. I'm not going to get into specifics, but you kind
of did.
Yeah.
So there has been no efforts of the level that it takes to play in the Big Ten. I'm not saying that people haven't tried. What it takes to win in the Big Ten, you can't even say it's minusculely close. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation. There's not going to be a follow-up. That's it. Will that determine the future? Yes. Will it determine Saturday? No. No, that won't determine Saturday. Will it help the future? Absolutely. Right now,
Man, you know what the best part about that is he starts it off not only by cutting the guy off and going, hold on a second, but secondly, he said the only person that's tried any of that is me. So he's just owning up to cutting checks.
Yeah. Yeah. What does he even mean by that?
Or making things happen. He's making things happen.
I mean, you can't tell me that they don't have a booster club or anything at Rutgers.
I mean,
They not on a Division I level. Not on a certainly not on a Big Ten level.
Yeah, it might be the level of like Incarnate Word, but it ain't Big Ten. It ain't Big Ten we're rolling with.
And he's like, and we're not even discussing this. There's no alternative point of view you could bring up. This is a fact. Nobody around here has done anything except for me.
Get these deadbeats off their ass and get me some money before we get our head kicked in is basically what he's screaming from the dais there.
Could you guys decipher what the reporter was asking at the beginning? Like, what was he mentioning their like collective
NIL efforts, Corey?
Is that what he said? Great NIL efforts? I thought he referenced a name or something that I couldn't quite make out, but
Like
that's when Schiano like stopped him in his tracks.
I think there legitimately is like the name of a plan or something,
right?
Like the battle's in. Like I think they were he's bringing up that plan,
yeah.
And he was talking about previous efforts, and he's like, whoa, there have been no previous efforts,
right?
Yeah,
right.
This is the first time there's been an effort. There's been no. I'm the only one who's made an effort. I think that's where that started.
I would like specifics. I'd like specifics. He was getting kind of specific, Ira. He told him what they weren't. How close are they to being a regular Division I collective?
But that's best. I'm not going to get into specifics. I don't want to throw dirty laundry here, but I will say it was not Division I level.
And I got no chance to win.
Yeah.
With these cents that they're throwing me, I got no chance to win. But I'm not taking shots at people. Yeah. And I'm not getting into specifics. But this is ridiculous. It's minuscule or whatever word he used.
Yeah,
it may help down the road, but it's not helping Saturday.
No,
it's not helping me. And these poor slap dicks are dead in the water.
Yeah, they got no chance.
Yeah.
Is Rutgers not doing well this year? Apparently, I guess.
I think they're middling.
They're kind of middling.
What they are.
Yeah,
they're kind of insignificant every year. Go ahead, Ben.
Unfortunately, we won't hear anything else about this either, guys, because you said there will be no follow-ups as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Last one we have here, this is Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore. This isn't really anything too crazy. I want you guys to pay attention to the outfit he has on. I'll tell you about it for the podcast audience after. I've also got some visual aids to go along with this too, because people have been having fun with this, guys.
Your message from you to this team going into the back half of this season?
I mean, I think the message is pretty simple. Like, the guys understand what happened. They understand it's a loss, and nobody's hurt more for a loss than the players and us.
Yeah, is he fixing cars?
So those guys they've been in here. They've been grinding, trying to get better.
Kind of a cool jacket. It's got
trying to fix all the problems and make sure it doesn't happen again. So the message really is simple. We got to go back to work. That's the reason I got the blue collar jacket on today. We got to go back to work right now.
Okay.
There's no pouting. There's no worrying about it. There's no making excuses.
I feel like his shirt has a blue collar.
That's all we got to do, and that's all I know, and that's what we're going to do right now.
His shirt has more of a blue collar than that dumb jacket. Oh, God. I didn't know that was it.
So do you think he had that made up at some point for this moment?
Yes, he did.
And imagine those linebackers. They're probably feeling down, guys. They just lost to USC. I think it's their second or third loss. They're now 2 years removed from a national championship. This isn't the program they thought they were a part of. But then they see him walk in with that jacket from that Billy Joel video, Uptown Girl, just working on a motorcycle, just straight up blue collar, man. Like, how are they not going to be inspired? Why don't they do that at Boston College? Why doesn't he wear that blue collar jacket?
He's at the assembly plant.
Yeah.
With his Sherrone jacket.
Yeah.
By the way, Rutgers is 0-3 in the conference this year. They are 3-3 overall. They have, however, lost 3 straight, and they play Oregon this weekend.
Okay. So kind of Florida State, kind of like the Florida State in the Big Ten.
He's letting you know, though, that the
Oregon
game is not on par.
No.
But going back to Sherrone, like it was missing some grease. Like, if you're going to go to the point,
do it.
Yeah. It was straight out of the wrapper, that thing. Straight off the hanger. Yeah.
Too clean.
Yeah. You know what would have been cool is if he had like a mustard stain
or blood. What about a blood stain?
No, but oil on the sleeve, mustard stain up here, because he ain't got time to leave work to eat his lunch, boys. Yeah. He's got to keep doing it. He's got to keep doing his thing.
He's going to get some hot dogs out of the food truck.
Right.
Outside the plant. and then get back in.
Get back in and get to work, man.
I'd still like a little blood stain. I don't.
Okay.
I think you guys are overlooking how the message that would send to the team that you are a blue collar guy, but you will kill. You have a blood stain. You'll commit crimes because you care that much.
You want to go with the blue collar jacket, but have it be right out of the box. Right
kind of misses the message.
I also don't think you can wear an $85 to $105 Michigan polo underneath that jacket. No working man is affording that polo underneath that jacket.
You need a wife beater.
It's probably got a tear in it.
That's. Why do college football coaches do they do that in the NFL? Do they do that in any sport, any other sport at any level? Do college baseball coaches do that?
No, but
it's just college football.
I will say baseball coaches do wear the uniform like they're about to go out and play.
Play center field. That's dumb too. But they're not trying to send messages with a jacket. Come on.
Do they play Indiana this year? Because I want Siggs to show up in a smoking jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, does Michigan or
does Michigan play Indiana?
I can find out for you right
I'd like
now.
to see. I want to see Siggs kind of come back at him with his own garb.
He should be wearing a robe.
Unfortunately, Michigan does not play Indiana, guys.
That's too bad. Michigan caught a break.
Well, once again, Indiana just avoids playing anybody outside of Oregon.
I was going to say
outside of Oregon. Outside of here we go again. Good job, Ben. That was a good one, man.
Hey, real quick before we pick our coach of the week, I've got some memes to go along with Mr. Moore.
Moore good. Okay.
So I'll describe them to the podcast audience. The first one, he's dressed up as a chef here. That's why I'm wearing chef whites, to remind the team and fans to just keep calm and let me cook.
Okay, great.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Next
that was
up,
an Ohio State fan that did that.
We've got Coach Moore dressed up as an astronaut. As a program, we have to take small steps before we can make giant leaps. And here's the best one, guys.
That's really
dressed
good.
up as a member of the 1919 Black Sox. The message is simple. We got to get back to cheating. That's why I'm wearing a 1919 Black Sox uniform today.
That's
Dude,
really funny.
that one's good.
Yeah, those were all great, man. How did I miss all that? That's awesome.
Me too.
I missed it completely, but we didn't miss it, and our audience didn't miss it because of Ben. Good job, buddy.
Man.
If you are listening on the podcast feed, which we appreciate, you might want to check out the YouTube version because
that was really funny.
100% you need to.
So
good job.
we made a mistake last week. We didn't have a coach of the week. We probably should have given it to Dilfer because that was the last one we had.
Retroactively.
In memory of.
Yeah, retroactively we could. Yeah.
Who we got this week though?
I mean, should we do Franklin because he's gone now too? Like, should we just keep knocking them off one at a time? We said goodbye to Gundy. We just gave Trent Dilfer.
Wasn't any good though. He didn't say anything of interest.
It is funny that he just completely disregarded Northwestern and then lost to Northwestern. Is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Plus, I like James Franklin. We're gonna be at his introductory press conference in about 2 months.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's hard to go. I mean, you can always go Dave, and we can always go Dave.
Dave wins every week.
Ben, you got any thoughts?
Who'd we open with?
Started with James Franklin. I think I'm gonna go with Shane Beamer, guys.
Yeah, I like Beamer. Hi. What's your frustration level? High.
Not off for the fumble and blaming Tony.
Poor Rodney.
Blaming Rodney and then blaming the offensive line, even though they practice loud noises.
We could go Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think Bill O'Brien is lifted up by his supporting cast.
Yeah.
Like those guys lift him up and make him.
Graham.
Yeah, Trevor and Graham make Bill O'Brien what he is.
It's kind of becoming a sitcom.
Yes, it really is.
They need a jingle like Full House.
Yeah. What will Graham say next? Find out Thursday at 8:30.
You're poking the bear with Bill O'Brien.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Shane. I'm going with Shane.
Yeah,
Beamer.
Shane wins it 2-1. Whatever you pick, Jeff, it doesn't matter. It's Shane Beamer.
Yeah, but people care, so I should tell you that I too am going with Shane.
Okay, great.
There you go.
If Shane could break out the mechanic jacket, I think that would be a good look.
That's what South Carolina's missing.
Yeah. I want you guys to appreciate that's us and all of you in the audience. These coaches while we have them.
Yeah,
we're losing them left and right.
Quicker than ever.
Bill O'Brien will be gone in an hour.
Yeah.
You just got to hang in with these folks, man, and just appreciate it while we have them because they don't get replaced.
O'Brien's going to take a tight end's job with the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He is soon to be exiting the building. For Corey and Ira, and of course, the great Ben, I'm Jeff.
Ben.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for contributing and helping out with Coach Speak. Some of you guys send stuff in. We appreciate that as well. Pass it around, share, like, all the things. We'll talk to you next week.